From the Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes podcast, I'm Bert Lepore. He's Damian Montecarlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D. And today we talk about some of the characters you love to hate and you hate to love. It's the bad guys. It's the villains.
All right, here we go. Another episode, Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 22. This one we're talking about villains from TV shows and movies. Everybody seems to love the bad guy, and I guess there's the best bad guys are the ones you want to just reach into the TV screen and choke to death too.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through our favorite villains.
Yeah. So now it's not a list of everything. There's just a billion of them out there, and we might do another list down the road. This is just top of our head kind of deal. So we're going to miss a ton of people, but we'll do another show with more of them. So there's just too many to pick. So we just picked some random ones here. And we're going to start off with Damo. Let's go back to the future with Biff. What you got?
Yeah, I put Biff on my list. He's like probably the first guy I thought of. He's like the stereotypical bully, like the biggest jerk off bully. You just want to, we all dealt with a guy like this. And man, he's just like up everybody's ass, like every
McFly.
Yeah, McFly. Dude, I'll tell you what, the other thing, I love the older version. Makes me piss myself.
From part 2.
Oh, great.
I like part 3 the best, where he's the the outlaw.
Was that the one with the mutton chops or no? Was that which one was that? Yeah.
Mad Dog Cannon.
I probably
don't
watched
call
that
me Mad Dog.
I don't even know if I remember anything from that third one.
I love that third one.
It's
actually
all
I watched the 1 and 2, and just 3 just gets forgotten about for me.
Well, you know what? 2 and 3 came out like really close together. I think they filmed them together and they released them within maybe 6 months.
Oh wow, yeah.
It was definitely under a year where they just popped them both out. So those two could kind of get lost. Like if you saw 2, like you didn't see 3, or like me.
2 was good. 2 was really good.
Yeah, that one I actually saw the least. But I don't know why. Maybe because they came out like I said, they came out too close. But and everyone Biff, except at the end of part 1 and part 2, he's sort of like he's sort of like the nerd. He kind of gets picked on, but. Dude, man, he is just like the worst. He is the fucking worst.
Doesn't he wind up marrying the wife in one of them?
In 2, yeah. In the alternate universe.
Right.
Mm-mm.
I think everybody knows a Biff in their life somewhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely, everybody's crossed paths with a Biff.
Yeah, I think Biff outdoes Chet. Remember Chet from Weird Science?
Yeah.
Biff kind of he outdoes Chet. Chet was a dick.
I kind of think like Biff, like he created the whole stereotype of the bully.
Who was first? Was it Biff or was it Chet?
That's close.
They both came out around the same time.
But
but
it's close.
Biff is the first guy I think of when you say bully. He like that vision. Is like
a big dude too, right? He's big. He's big than everybody.
Yeah.
I gotta say, was he ever in anything else like memorable?
He was in a couple things, like character actor type roles. I forget what I saw him in recently too. I was like, that's Biff, but he's been in a couple things.
Fucking Biff. Biff's high on the list. All right, Mike, we're gonna go to you. The T-1000 from the Terminator.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is just like, come on, this guy is just. I even say guy. This robot. He's just on a path to kill Sarah Connors and her son. So it's. Man, he's just a mindless killer with one thing in mind, and he can turn his hands into these like spears and objects. You can shoot him, nothing can happen to him. He just comes right back into the shape again. Like, what do you do to this guy? Yeah, like
shape shifting.
Right. I mean, this bastard was fucking scary.
Yeah, man.
I mean, forget about Schwarzenegger in the first one, man. He puts in the shame.
Yeah. Oh, with the liquid metal thing and crazy.
Yeah, he was relentless. I think dude just wouldn't give up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he couldn't get rid of him.
Yeah, and that's so we talked about it before. What a great movie. It's definitely the best one.
Yeah.
And Robert Patrick did such a great job in that role, man.
He's great.
Yeah, it was great.
They could have kind of got like almost a nobody for that role. There really wasn't that much talking, but just his face and expressions, man, or should I say lack of almost. It was just great.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was the best one out of all the Terminators. He was the best one. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at him, least intimidating looking, but damn, that thing was relentless. You know, it just wouldn't stop. But yeah, so T1000. We're gonna go into one of my picks, the Joker from The Dark Knight. Unbelievable, man. Just so wow. Heath Ledger was so good in that movie. I watched it again today to brush up on it a little bit. And man, even when he's talking, as he's talking, he kind of stops himself. He's like half thinking as he's talking, stutters a little bit, then brings it back. It looks so real. I mean, it looks like he plays that part, man.
It's very believable.
Oh man. So even the makeup, the way they did the makeup, where it don't look like it's this perfect makeup, it looks like it's fucking deranged.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that movie yet.
I can't believe that's the best one, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I actually liked the Joaquin Phoenix one too. I thought he kind of
that was good.
He was probably the closest. Yeah, he probably played the part closest to the Dark Knight Joker. I thought. Yeah, because the Joker, he's a psycho. He's a nutcase. You know, it's Jack Nicholson was almost a little
cartoony,
little cartoony. Yeah,
cartoony.
Yeah.
You got to think of the time with that one too, and I think they kind of worked off the comic.
Yeah,
or the cartoon more, should I say?
Yeah. I mean, Joker. If you had to pick your top 3 Jokers, who would they be, Dave?
Top 3 is I
put you right on the spot.
It won't even be Jack Nicholson, and I love that one. But yeah, I'd probably put Heath Ledger. I would do what the hell was his name? We just said
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix, and I got to go old school with Cesar Romero.
That's probably the 3 I would pick.
Yeah,
that's probably the 3 I would pick.
I haven't seen 2 of them, so
yeah. I mean, Mike, really. The Dark Knight, really, man, Heath Ledger was unbelievable.
But let me ask you, though. You think he should have got Best Actor that year for it, or was that just
pretty damn good?
Because he died?
No, he earned it.
He did earn it?
I thought he earned it, yeah.
Because I don't even know who he was up against.
Yeah, I forget, too. But you never see really those type of roles getting the attention that he got as far as like an Academy Award. So
like a superhero character. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
but everybody said, in the Batman from '89, everybody said Jack Nicholson was great too. So
yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
It was just there's so many different versions of the Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, there is, but this one definitely. I think that's the spookiest one, but the Joaquin Phoenix one was really, really good. It was a little different twist, a little different take on it.
Yeah, it almost had like a Scorsese feel to it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We got Damo, King Joffrey, Game of Thrones.
This guy, man, he was, and that show, like, that's why I sent you the message. I was like, are we adding TV shows? Because I think TV shows had the best villains.
Oh, yeah.
and that one, especially Game of Thrones, I can name so many like people you just want to.
Seriously, I mean, there's a ton of them.
But that kid, man, he didn't even have to say a word. Just his face.
He had that fucking face.
God
I want to pop it.
You just want to grab him, and I'm not that type of person. But you just want to. It's just a face you just want to grab and pummel.
You little fuck,
dude. That is.
I don't know. This is the second one you're on. You were all over at poor Adrian.
Oh, give her a break. Give her a break.
Well, this prick deserves every little.
Dude,
book.
I mean, they got the perfect kid for the part, though. So.
He was perfect.
He was great,
and that's like a great villain is the ones where you want to just like reach through that screen and just pummel the dude.
Yeah,
I mean, he killed his wife to be's
father,
like right there,
and promised her he wouldn't. He promised he wouldn't do it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, Game of Thrones. So many characters, man. But like you said, King Joffrey. Oh man, what he was doing to the girls and
everything, man.
Skinning people. I mean, he he got power hungry really quick.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if he knew that his mommy was banging her brother.
Yeah, right.
You know, and that was King Joffrey.
He had that, that kind of
that snarky.
face,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was an inbred then.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I missed the first. I didn't know he was their kid. I thought he might have been from something else. But.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The brother was doing the sister, and they were I think they were twins too.
They were. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed like the first season and a half of that, so I was kind of behind on a lot of things when I got into it, and I never went back to watch it.
Great.
First season was great,
Yeah.
and just that they killed the king. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, that was the main character. I was
I
like,
know.
I can't believe the main character's gone.
Yeah, but it's like it continued on, like, and you kind of forgot about the guy. That's how great the show was.
Yeah, and you know what? The only thing with that show is, for the first season, man, and still a little bit jumbled up. Everybody looks so much alike. Like the brothers, I would get them confused.
Even like every season after that, there's so many characters that mean something,
Yeah.
It's really hard to follow. I would have to go on Wikipedia after every episode and read,
Right.
Dude,
I did the same thing. Like sometimes I'll go to YouTube, and if I watch the end of a movie and I'm like, okay, what the fuck just happened? I'll watch somebody explain in the end and go, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Right, yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
Because
it's
sometimes
definitely
you
one of
miss something, you're like, oh shit, that's what that is,
Yeah.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones, great series. Let's move on to one of Mike's pick. Agent Smith from The Matrix. What you got, Mike?
Yeah, man. I mean, he was the antagonist for all three films of them, and I mean, this guy was just relentless on trying to stop the one and take over the Matrix for the robots. And he got so much power at one point, he was just duplicating himself in everybody he touched, and it would be another Agent Smith.
Right.
I mean, his lines in the movie, just the way he talked, the actor. Trying to think of his name, Hugo Weaving. I mean, just did a great job at this character, kind of portraying him like he wasn't human, but trying to be at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, man. He was kind of like a nightmare character.
I never.
I never.
You didn't see it? Really?
None of them.
I mean,
I started watching the first one years ago, and I just got lost. I was like,
I got bored.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but I got to go and watch them.
You got to watch it. It's pretty much like, the world is run on a computer, and everybody's in little pods inside the system,
crazy.
just believing that they're in this world and doing their everyday things.
Maybe I'll watch it this
So
week.
it's definitely worth it. I mean, you can go through all three of them. They're about a 2.5 hour a piece, but definitely worth the watch.
Yeah, I never seen them. I was interested. I watched the beginning of one a little bit. I was like, then I kind of got and then I didn't give it as much of a chance.
This kind of gave Keanu like a little bump on his career again too, because he was kind of falling back.
And the action scenes kind of were like groundbreaking. Every movie after that, even now, you still see the same, like, the whole stop motion kind of, the camera going around, and you know what I mean, like the slow motion kind of thing. And
yeah, definitely check them out, man. They're worth watching.
I think I will. So as I'm looking here, I got to say, I'm sporting my Heaven's Edge t-shirt today. Dame's sporting his Creatures of the Night t-shirt. Mike D, what are you wearing? What is that shirt?
Oh, you're gonna have to guess. If anybody can guess out there, I'll send it to you right off my back.
What is it?
I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's like an old man
if I
on it?
tell you, then there's no contest.
I can't even really see it.
I still don't know.
Any
All right, we won't say it till after. First person
if anybody gets it,
yeah.
this shirt comes off my hairy back and goes to yours.
He's gonna wash it first.
Definitely wash it first.
All right, so Mike put it out there. If anybody can guess what's on this T-shirt, we'll send it to you. Let's see the shirt one more time, Mike. Yeah, first person to see the episode and
is that
see what the picture is.
I'm going to just tell you right now. I'll give you one hint. It's nobody famous, but I know a lot of people that know him.
Wait a minute, is that me on that shirt? Am I on that shirt?
This is This is Albert from the future. Jesus Christ.
Is that Jimmy Joint?
Wow.
No, it's not.
How about that reference?
Close.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Okay, so if anybody can guess who's on Mike's shirt, gets it.
By the way, I still see him around, Damien.
Me too. I see him. Yeah.
All the time. Every time I walk out from my job and I take a puff, this bastard's always walking by me one way. And then I go out the next time, he's walking this way. And it's like, no, he stopped the swaying. He's just Mr. Speedwalker. He's got red shoes and he walks really, really fast.
Walks with the Angels.
It's amazing, man.
He's like 60 years old, man.
He's got to be.
Yeah. He was. Everybody knew him when we were kids. Everybody.
South Philly legend. South Philly legend.
All right. So we're going to move on to my next pick, Hannibal Lecter. I mean, what a great villain. Smart, deceiving.
Yeah.
Man, what a vicious character, and cunning and all that crazy stuff. And all the movies were good. He was great, and Anthony Hopkins was great in all the movies.
How many movies was he in? Definitely 2 that I know.
Definitely the Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and I think just 2. I think the third one was like a prequel, maybe.
Yeah.
That was a Red Dragon, right?
Yeah.
The Red Dragon was actually also, it was a take on the original one. It was Manhunter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which was kind of interesting.
Right.
Who is that? Was it Gary Oldman who wasn't credited in Hannibal?
Yes. He was the guy with the no face.
The guy with no face. That was him.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, man. But Dane, what do you think about Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah, he's I put him almost like a horror kind of monster category. It's pretty friggin' sick, It's pretty,
is he a villain?
Pretty
though?
vicious.
I mean,
yeah, definitely.
You think he's I mean, he was kind of helping her, so
yeah, but he was still doing crazy shit.
He was doing crazy shit, but okay, what he was doing was bad, but he wasn't like, he wasn't going in your house and eating your family or just some mindless killer.
Yeah, he wasn't.
The people that he killed were people that kind of deserved to be killed.
Well, I don't know, but what about? No,
they were a lot of evil people. Well, yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't the girl that did the orchestra thing. I mean, what was the deal with that? He wasn't
Buffalo Bill.
No, I mean, he got. Right. I mean, there were some people like some of those cops. Man, they got caught up in it. But that's just the breaks right there because he was trying to get out of prison. But he. From at least what I remember, he was going after people that were kind of like psychotics and taking them off the streets and stuff like that.
I don't know about that.
So he was, so you call him a villain, but Dexter a hero.
No, he's a villain too.
You call, okay.
Sure.
So we'll go that path then. But
bad is fucking bad either way.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. So we're going to move on to Damo. Negan, The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I almost picked the governor because the
governor was twisted.
Yeah, but Negan, he's got that. He smiles a lot. He laughs. He enjoys what he does, and that's what makes it even more evil. I think.
Well, he was like a Christ figure in his own mind.
Yeah.
He was a little bit different in the comic book. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a comic book reader, but I did read The Walking Dead once. But it was like every word he was like, "Hello, motherfuckers. How are you today?" Just like everything was motherfucker or fucker, and he was always pleasant with it. So, I agree with that. Negan's just a badass villain, man.
Yeah.
The first episode. Now I fell off on The Walking Dead after a couple episodes, but first episode where they show him and he takes out the 2 people with the bat or whatever. Oh, dude.
I haven't watched. I honestly haven't watched a show in about 2 or 3 years.
Me neither.
Do people even watch it anymore? Though? I don't know. I think it kind of hit its peak already.
It was used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody that I talked to says it's really not. It's definitely jumped the shark.
Well,
once the kid Carl died, I was like, okay, I'm out.
Well, when it went downhill, I think when they did they did another one like it. What was it? Fear of the Walking Dead or something?
Yeah.
I think once they did that, it kind of like really watered everything down.
Is that even on? I think that might be on too.
I think it is still on. Yeah. Wow. I saw the first season and a half of that.
Yeah, me too.
It was just too much,
It's too much of the same shit. How much of the same shit could you watch?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like it's wrestling. You know what I mean? That shit I enjoy.
How do I watch that? How do I watch so much wrestling? That's what I want to know. There's something wrong with me. There's definitely something wrong with me.
Maybe you just like men in tights.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. But
don't wonder too fucking long.
could have thrown some wrestling villains in here.
I mean,
there's plenty of them.
Another time,
there's plenty of them. All right, we're gonna move on to one of Mike's picks. If I say the name right, Cruella de Vil, 2001 Dalmatians.
Cruella de Vil, man, what a evil freaking bitch.
They said if you break down her name,
Dalmatians.
If you break down her name, if you break down her name, it's like Crude Devil or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you got, Mike?
I mean, what's more evil than wanting to hunt down baby Dalmatians for their skin to sell them? And the reason why she's going after the babies, the puppies, is because the skin is softer.
Ain't that some shit?
She's doing it all for greed. She's she's just a horrible character, horrible person. And
now wait a minute, Mike.
In the cartoon, she also had that great song that went with it. What's that?
I was going to interrupt. Let me interrupt you for 1 second here.
Sure.
All the crazy bullshit of this getting canceled, that getting canceled. Where the fuck's Pete at with this movie? I'm surprised they're not bitching about this movie.
Well, I mean, she was the villain. It's not like they were portraying her as, the happy dog slayer. Right. Your kids will love her.
Yeah. It's pretty fucked up if you think about it, but tell me about the song.
It was Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. That's all I remember. But
can we have a couple more bars of that?
That's all I remember. Jeez. You're the singer?
No, I try. I don't know if you want to call it that.
But you really don't remember this movie or any of it or that character.
I remember Glenn Close playing her.
Yeah, Glenn Close.
But I don't remember watching it.
Glenn Close, I think, played her in both movies, in the live action ones.
There's two of them. Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was who was it? Betty Lou Gerson played her in the cartoon. She did the voice.
Like I remember the cartoon, sort of.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just that's the villain. I mean, anyone you want to pick. I mean,
yeah. What about you, Damo? What do you think?
Of
Cruella de Vil.
I've never seen any. I've never seen any of them.
I know of it. I've never really seen it, but I know of it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
my niece.
This is somebody like I'll see somebody on the street and I'll be like, man, that's Cruella de Vil over there.
Yeah, I definitely know who she is. And she does look like an evil bitch.
Yeah, I know the hair. She's got the one color on one side, one on the other.
Yeah,
the black and white.
Black and white. Yeah.
All right, Damo. Next on your list, Annie Wilkes from Misery.
Yeah, this was Kathy Bates from Misery. Her character, she's sort of like a psychopathic fan of this author, and then he gets into a car accident. She rescues him, I guess, takes him to the home.
She's there to help him.
Yeah, and she just becomes like obsessive with this guy, and she pretty much like tortures him, and to keep him in the house. She doesn't like the character gets killed off or something, and she just
she wants him to rewrite the story.
Yeah, she was just awesome, man. She really played it really well, and
Kathy Bates is just great.
She is great. Yeah,
she's good in everything.
Yeah.
Mike, Misery, got anything on Misery?
No, man. I mean, I read the book. It was a great book, and the movie is just pretty much.
Was it close?
Just as good. It was close. I mean, there's some things left out. I think she was a little more brutal in the book, but when in a 2-hour movie, you got to take some stuff out. So
sure. Now I watched on I think it was Hulu. I watched the first season of what's it called? She's in it, and it's about the Annie Wilkes thing.
Castle Rock, is it?
Castle Rock. So,
and it's based on her.
It's kind of like based on her, but there's alternate universes where it gets confusing. But it kind of has her with her kid or whoever, before I guess all this, before she got older.
Okay.
So it's kind of interesting. I kind of fell off it because it was getting a little confusing. But Castle Rock, not bad. I'm gonna have to go back and retry it again. But a lot of these shows are doing these alternate universes, like the superhero stuff, and it's just like
it confuses me. Yeah.
I guess this is in the matrix of that, and if it was a different time, it just gets.
Yeah, I'm just an idiot when it comes to that stuff. I just can't
It's creatively confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets a little confusing. All right, this was a weird one I thought on the list, but Mike's going to go up for it. Cartman, Eric Cartman from South Park.
Weird one. I mean, all right. I
Right.
mean, there's just so many things, and I forget 17, that maybe 19 seasons of South Park at this point. But I'm just going to just read these off because it's just. I'm going to tell you, this is the evilest motherfucker on the list, hands down. You can't compete with this. And I know it's a cartoon, but here we go. Let's start. He kidnaps Butters, his friend, because Eric wasn't invited to a party, but Butters was. So he figures if he kidnaps Butters, he would be invited to the party. And then keeps him in a refrigerator and tells him there's an apocalypse outside. He's saving him. Okay. He sells junk food at a fat camp that he's attending. Okay. He makes profit off of crack babies by making them play a game called Crackball.
Wow, I've never seen that
He
one.
pretends to have Tourette's so he can go on a talk show. He convicts random people of murder and he convinces an anger management person that's working with him. He convinces this person's wife to kill himself.
What? All right, maybe he is bad.
He pretends to be handicapped to get into the Special Olympics and have an advantage. He tries to kill his mom on occasions. He crashes 2 airplanes, shoots his friend Token. He gives his so-called best friend Kyle AIDS. He, on many occasions, emulates Hitler. He makes this kid Scott Tannerman eat his own parents.
What?
And then had Radiohead come and berate this kid with insults as he's crying over the death of his parents. Hands down, evilest motherfucker.
Wow. I didn't know. I fell off of South Park a long time ago.
And that's an abbreviated list. We can get deeper. That's just some of the standouts. So
now that Mike put a downer on the show.
So Eric Cartman, if we were doing ranking, he would be my number 1.
Wow. Well, I'm going to go to Dexter and pick Arthur Mitchell, the Trinidad Killer. Is it the Trinidad Killer?
Trinity
Killer. That's what it was.
Which one was this again?
I think it was season 3 or 4.
Okay.
And John Lithgow played him. And he did an amazing job.
Yeah. He was great. Okay.
I mean, it was I think he's the scariest on the list because he looks so normal.
Yeah.
He looks so normal. And his deal was that when he was younger, he, walked in on his sister in the shower and she kind of got, I guess like jumbled up or scared or whatever. And she winds up falling through this glass door and she dies. So right after that, the mother can't live with herself kind of deal. And she throws herself out of a window. And then the father's abusive. And then Arthur winds up taking out the father pretty much. He offs the father. So within 30 years of that whole time span, he reincarnates that thing every year. Like the three killings. It's fucking weird, man. But really, that was one of the saddest endings to a season, man. Yeah, just wow.
Yeah, was that with his Dexter's wife?
Yes.
Dies. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Wow.
That show was so good, man. I got to rewatch that. That series.
Yeah,
so
me
good.
too. I missed a couple of seasons here.
They're bringing it back, so we'll see what happens.
Well, it ended hard.
It did.
It did. It wasn't
the
a good
last
ending.
season was. Yeah.
I don't like what they did with the sister. It was a weird ending.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It was a twist on the kind of horror genre. It was a twist. It was definitely a twist.
Oh, I mean, it was a great idea, that show.
Oh, yeah.
You're voting for a guy. You're rooting for a guy that's kind of doing wrong, but he's taking it out. He's got this thing where he's got to do something, but he tries to project it in a way of taking out bad people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucked up all around, but kind of like a dark vigilante or some kind of deal,
Right.
But yeah, to me, that's the scariest character on the list. And we didn't. None of us really went into the Jasons and Michaels. I think that's a whole separate thing,
Yeah, I like researching like the top evil villains. Like a lot of those guys came. I was like, I don't really.
That's a separate thing, I think.
Yeah, they're monsters, man. They're like, you could run so far, you could run for miles, and you turn around and they're still there. There's something.
Yeah,
they're not. Yeah, they're mindless killers.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but yeah, the Arthur Mitchell from Dexter, my scariest guy on the list. Absolutely. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We're going to go to, I guess, Damo. Gus Fring, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I mean, another show where there was a lot of great bad guys in it, and I picked him because when you first see him, he's like the manager of you never expect it.
He sells
manager of chicken guy, it's Chicken Man, and he just looks like a regular like
like a little nerdy guy,
Yeah,
Crazy.
Well, just like Walter White, you
didn't expect it,
expect him, and they kind of look like both ends of the spectrum there. They had a lot in common, those two, but he was just like he was a pretty ruthless guy.
Dude, I couldn't believe it was like the Urkel guy. What happened? The Urkel guy was but he was sadistic. He was and very like neat. Even the scene where he dies, where he gets blown up and was the old people's home.
Well, that was just another thing too, because you got to, if they show you that back scene where the Mexican guy kills his best friend, but he tortures that old man who's the last left in his family every day. Every time he kills somebody in his family, he goes there and he tells him this person.
That's right. Yeah,
this is.
Hector
that's
Salamanca.
pretty freaking dark. Right?
Yeah, Hector.
Yeah. He hated him so much, and that guy is pretty evil too.
Yeah, he's a good actor too. That guy.
Yeah,
played him.
Hector Salamanca, right?
Yeah,
Hector Salamanca. Yeah.
Dude, but when he's in there and he's got the needle, whatever he's going to do, and he's got the other guy's got the gun, and the Hector guy's just looking at him, giving him that look. And he looks like he's getting mad. He starts tapping. He starts tapping. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, what the hell's going on? And then once Gus knows, it blows up. Gus walks out, fixes his tie, see the eye, and boom.
It was so unreal, but it was still freaking great. I mean, you're like, wait, this guy's not dead. Jesus Christ. And then he turns and it's like, boom.
I like that he fixed the tie. He got himself neat. He was very neat.
They were working around like the same set as the Walking Dead, and the guys on the Walking Dead actually helped design that costume for Gus.
Really?
Oh, really?
So that's why it kind of looked really kind of like zombied out.
Well, since we're staying with Breaking Bad, Mike, Walter White.
I mean, yeah, Gus, he's a villain, but I mean, Walter White, I think trumped him, man. He's like just about everybody in the series that dies was from some action of Walter White, some on his own and others just the circumstances from passing. Right. I mean, it just doesn't. I think it's more like he's getting greedy as the series goes along, and he doesn't care what's happening. I mean, he even caused a plane crash by letting that girl die. So, I mean, Gus a villain. Walter White, he's a super villain.
Right.
I mean, just. There's just. I mean, you could probably run a class just on this guy. You could teach a course on him. That's
it's like like you were saying before, where like it became a thrill more than
It wasn't about getting the money for his family anymore.
It started out innocent, sort of.
Right. He was, screw you. I'm getting mine, and I'm getting what I deserve. And then he always thought he deserved more. He had a perfect life working for Gus, but he thought he wanted more.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process, he gets his brother-in-law killed. Even like a lot of his family almost killed. Like they have to go into hiding. It was just, his son didn't want to talk to him anymore after that. He pretty much fucked up Jesse's life, who was, Jesse put himself in that situation too. But he really just went down a bad path. Yeah, because of Walter White.
Right.
So. Every time Jesse tried to get out, Walter pulled him right back in.
At the end of it, right? Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead." At the end of it, what actually happens? I know he's in the room, but what exactly? Anybody know exactly what happens?
As far as what?
How does he die?
He moved to Maine or something?
Well, he died of cancer. Well, he was dying of cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he came back to do that right before he died. He knew he was going to die at that point. So he just wanted to get revenge on the captors of Jesse.
Right.
So that's pretty much what happened. He died. He didn't live. He died.
Yeah.
He had the cancer was coming back, and he was toast anyway. So I guess he tried to do a last effort of trying to write something, but he was just so far off at that point. No matter what you do, you're never going to erase the past it caused.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to one of my picks. Actually, I think Damo had this too. Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones. Oh, what a bastard. Oh, really, what a bastard.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think, Damo?
Yeah, man. Next to him and Joffrey, it's like that's pretty neck and neck. Like, but this guy, I actually think Ramsay Bolton has the slight edge. I mean,
I agree.
God Almighty, man, the torture he put that dude through.
He cut off his stuff.
It was like
fed
enough.
people to the dogs.
Ugh.
I mean, he was a dick.
And he enjoyed it.
Oh yeah,
he enjoyed every second of it.
He wanted to rule, man.
Yeah,
he wanted to rule. His scene, where Jon Snow kind of beats him up, then Cersei, has him tied up, and then feeds him to his own dogs. That was, wow.
Yeah.
We were all like, yeah,
right.
At that point, we were all like, yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen any of that, Mike, or if you fell off of Game of Thrones at that point, or.
I remember some of that. It's just so hard. There's so many characters in that, and being 5 years off of actually watching
it is confusing.
It's kind of, yeah. I have to go through. I want to sit there and binge it one day.
It's great. It's just.
Oh yeah, I missed a couple seasons earlier on, the first two maybe, but it was a great series, and like I said, I have to watch it again because just so many characters in there. But I remember him.
Yeah. The names are rough. Like my brother-in-law bought the books and he started reading the books. He's like, man, it's fucking just confusing. It's like the names are so hard to remember. He wound up getting the audio books and said it was a lot easier.
Was it?
Yeah. It's just
I would think
much.
so, man, because you don't have a face to go with those names, and it's just name after name. It's like
trying to pronounce the names, and I'm sure the reading was hard,
I guess that's probably something again you probably want to go back and read it again.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, like I said, we missed, I'm sure we missed a lot of villains, and maybe they'll be on a different episode, but this is who we picked today. And the last one on the list, we'll start with Damo. Darth Vader, Damo.
Yeah, he's got to be number one. I mean, it's
yeah.
Everything about him. He's head to toe all in black. He's got the really deep kind of, scary kind of menacing voice.
That deep voice of James Earl Jones.
Yeah. He's so like cool and calm. Like he doesn't even have to lift a finger. He just kind of goes like this and choke you down.
Yeah.
And then there's all the backstories. Before he changed, he kind of slaughtered all the kids. That were trained to be Jedi and stuff. Just kind of all kinds of crazy shit, man.
Mike, what you got on Darth Vader?
Yeah, man. He was like, as a kid, man, he was that scary villain,
Mm-hmm.
Because you really thought at a certain point, he was like, especially after Empire. I mean, he came in there and they pretty much won in that movie,
Mm-hmm.
He had the Han Solo and the carbonite, and he had Luke's hand cut off.
Yeah,
I don't think he was actually trying to kill Luke, which made it even worse. He was trying to bring him over to the dark side. He wanted the worst for his son. Yeah, that makes him a villain.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Darth Vader tops the list of villains on this episode. All right, welcome to the next segment of the show. Dumb things that you could buy on the internet, and you really could buy them on the internet, which is crazy. I want to start off with the first one. I'm going to go to Dame first. A doggy dryer you could buy on Amazon at $16.63. Which you think? Thoughts on this, Dame?
Well, it looks pretty cheap.
It's under $20.
I'm looking at this thing. It's like, what the hell is that? Poor dog. You meant to stick one of your dogs in there?
No, I don't know. I might get my money's worth. I can fit 2 or 3 of those in that thing.
I'm thinking about this one. I'm really thinking about this one.
You got to be nuts.
Do they come in like little sizes, or are they just one
Yeah,
size?
I think the size we're looking at now is a small size.
I mean, I need an extra small. I got a little guy.
Well, you throw a couple of them in at once.
But yeah, I feel bad for him, man, especially in the wintertime. This guy freaking shivers all over the place. Doesn't even matter if he's on. I have to dry him with a hair dryer.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on the doggy dryer. Damo.
I don't have a dog, but even if I did, it looks like one of the inventions the dad from Gremlins would make. he has all these great ideas. You know, he makes it, shit just blows up and doesn't work. Yeah.
Mike D.
You might see some real pictures of this one. Oh yes, I would go after this.
Mike would buy it. 1663.
I think my little guy would like this. He likes to be warm. He likes to, he likes to have like a blanket around him. Yeah, I think he'd go for this.
It's a pass for me. Moving on to the next bizarre thing. Anti-theft lunch bags. You can buy them at $8.61. They're mold sandwich bags. They come in a 40-pack. They protect your hoagie for each anti-theft. Whoever's trying to fucking steal your shit, pretty much. It's a baggie that looks like it's got mold on it.
Right.
How the fuck's this going to protect your sandwich?
Because it looks like it's
moldy.
moldy.
Eat it.
Because you don't want to go to, if I go at work or if I go in my house and I see this in my refrigerator, I'm throwing it the frick away.
You're not going to cut off the edges?
No, I'm going to. Who's putting a moldy goddamn sandwich in here? You don't want this. Throw it away.
If I saw that in the refrigerator at work, I know some people probably would throw it out, but I wouldn't touch that thing.
No,
but you know what, I think it's a great friggin' idea. I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea. But look, come on. Look, if you go in a refrigerator and you're putting your sandwich in the same refrigerator with that moldy goddamn sandwich, and then you're going to eat your sandwich, you got to throw it away.
Well, you think it's going to affect it?
Right. Absolutely. Get rid of that shit. Nobody wants mold. It's a good idea, but a bad idea.
Well, it's fake.
But this person's not going to. I'm going to throw the sandwich away. They're not going to be eating it. I'm not going to take it out.
Depends how hungry you are.
I'm throwing it away because there's all fucking mold on it. Why would we keep this shit? If that's in my refrigerator, it's going out in the trash right away because it's going to start stinking. Bad idea. Bad idea.
All right, Damo, would you buy it?
I would buy it. Yeah.
Dame would buy it.
And I would throw it away.
Mike says no. Mike wouldn't buy it. I probably wouldn't buy it.
Because if anybody eats my food, I'm chopping their hands off. Do you need any more deterrent than that?
All right, let's move on to the next thing. the ab enhancer.
God.
I'm wearing it right now. I'm not going to show.
Damo, what do you think about the ab enhancer? There's no price on this thing.
I think that is hilarious. Is that real, or is this a gag?
It's got to be a gag, right?
I mean, if they made it, I would buy it for a gag. If they actually did make this thing, they probably do. They make everything now.
It's almost as bad as like airbrushing abs on yourself.
Yeah.
Some nut will buy it. I'm sure some nut will buy or has bought it.
I think it's hilarious.
Would you buy it, Dane?
If it was like $15, $10-15, I'd buy it.
Yeah. Mike.
Nah. Look, I'm never going to have them abs.
I'm going to pass on it.
Yeah, that thing ain't going to give it to me. I can tell you right now.
You get what you get here, baby. That's it.
Maybe when I was 18, but those years of washboard abs just over.
Overrated if you ask me. No hydraulics. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, this is a weird one, and this is real. This is real, man. $19.99 on Amazon. Freedom Flask. It's where you could sneak your booze in, and you wear it like in between your pants and your underwear. It's like a plastic bag that kind of straps on you. Damo, what do you think about the Freedom Flask?
Well, I think it's a great idea. I have something like that.
No,
it's not the exact same thing. Trying to see if I have it close by, but It's basically like it's like a clear pouch. They call them rum runners. It's a clear pouch with a spout, so you could stick put your booze in there, and you tie it up, and you could put it down your pants. You could go to a concert. It's undetectable. So
until somebody reports you in the crowd, hey, this guy's pissing in a cup over there.
No, it's not it's for booze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
this thing's got a thing where
like, yeah,
it looks like you're pissing.
It looks like you're pissing.
Yeah.
This is almost like that weird golf buddy thing or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Dude, I brought this at concerts before.
Wow.
And
so when you took out the nozzle, how'd you work it?
no, you go in the bathroom like you're taking a piss. You go in the in the shitter, and then you fill your. Dude, I bought
but this is this is different though. This is on the spot.
Well, you don't have to do it on the spot, I guess.
I mean, for the thing that I have, it's better than this. I think. I've used it before. I went on a cruise last year, and the drinks are really, really expensive on a cruise. So I bought maybe a half a dozen of these plastic thing on. I put them in in my suitcase, and I got through. And they check everything. They check everything.
Wow.
You're not allowed to bring booze on the
cruises. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but this thing is it's
same idea, I guess.
Same idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dame would say yes to it. How about you, Mike?
Yeah.
Nah, man, no. First, yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. Like, this thing has the nozzle; it's over your crotch area. You're gonna get you go to a concert. If you don't go in the bathroom to use this thing,
you have.
So somebody's gonna be like, "This guy's pissing in a cup over there," and you're gonna be thrown out of the joint. And then they're gonna discover your liquor. So
you got to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
But they have ones that you put over your back too, like under your shirt, like they're the camel pouches, I think they're called, and it kind of is like flush to your body. I think like a lot of the mummers use them.
But this is kind of expensive. $20 for. I mean, you can't put $20 of booze in there.
Well, it holds your money too. It looks like, or your pens or whatever you have,
knickknacks,
your drugs.
All right, let's move on to the next one. For $19.95, you could buy a 2-person sexy underwear called Fundies. Damon, what about the Fundies? Bizarre.
Weird. I don't know. Looks like something. Yeah, you would sell.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of these
Fundies.
It's weird. It looks like something that would be on a skit in Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just don't look right. It's like what was I forget what movie it was where they're talking about. Oh, you ever see Blades of Steel? Was it Blades of Steel? Blades of Glory?
No, I know what you're talking about.
Who's the big guy? Will Ferrell, right? With that guy? Yeah. Where they talk to a hot dog vendor and he puts out the hot dog. He's got like 2 hot dogs in one bun. He's like, "Does this look right to you?" It's like that's the first thing I think of. Yeah, it's a little rough. I'm going to pass. How about you, Damo?
Yeah, I'm out.
Mike?
I mean, just look at this. Look at this thing. I mean, look, you're practically naked. If you're naked with a person, why are you putting on these on? It's just stupid. I mean, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
It's got to be a gag gift.
Yeah, it's a gag gift, but it's just, I don't know, just stupid. For $20, it's stupid.
Yeah, it's a waste of $20.
Okay, just go buy an extra large pair or double X, triple X, or whatever.
Are you
same
thinking
thing?
thrifty?
You could probably get it for much cheaper.
You're going thrifty. All right, we're going to move on to for $17.89. You could buy the shake weight. What do you got, Damo?
This is real. I mean, I don't know.
This is probably the most known product.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I don't think it does anything though. I really don't.
Nah.
Well, this is on South Park. They were.
I seen that episode.
And it was like, she's whacking off this weight, and at the end it would squirt some water.
Yeah.
I don't know if the real one squirts any water, but
it looks like an exercise for a good old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like if you want to strengthen, yeah, it looks like a whack off machine to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we're all going to pass on the shake weight.
Right.
Yeah, we'll pass on that one.
All right, here goes a goofy one from Pizza Craft. Pizza cone. Under $20. But you, Damo?
I don't know. I kind of think I might. I would probably buy one of these
For shits and giggles?
Yeah. You know, it's something that you would see a Five Below for five. I ain't paying that price. But you know, for $5, I would.
You give it a shot just for that. It looks like it would make a mess.
Yeah, old grease stripping it, but you know,
it looks all cute in the picture. It'd probably be a mess.
I think I'm all about this one. Absolutely. I might order this one.
You should. I think you should order it. It comes with a cutter and all, a little pizza cutter.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a good thing here. You know, I mean, there's a lot of different options.
Shit.
A lot of crazy stuff.
It's real. It's real.
Oh, it's real. Yeah, you could buy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
buy it.
You could get her on QVC.
We might have to order the pizza cone and actually try it out and see what the stink's all about.
Yeah, maybe we'll do one of our episodes.
Speaking of stink, it moves on to our next product. For $25 and up, you could buy Shreddies, underwear, all kinds of stuff. Shreddies underwear.
What?
Protects your flatulence.
It's filtering underwear. So I guess if you fart a lot, it'll
should have told Larry King before he got that fan.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck with these? Really? I ain't paying $25 for underwear.
Nah.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If I fart, you're going to smell it. I don't think these things are going to stop it in the first place. But look, man, if you got a good fart and it's stinking out the room, these things are just going to kill it. Screw that. Screw that fucking charcoal filter in there. You're smelling my ass.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's just weird.
No, I'm not doing that for your protection. Screw that.
What if you only buy like one or two pair? When you
are you going to want me to wear a mask next? Come on.
Right. Yeah, right.
Well, you know what? This might come in handy. It would have came in handy about 4 years ago. When 4 or 5 years ago, when I started dating Donna, I had really bad gas for like the longest time. Like every week, we would hang out, and I'd be holding in my farts big time, to the point where my stomach was like killing me because I was holding it in. So when I would leave her house, like, dude, I would just blast them all out.
Fucking take off.
Dude,
until she puts two and two together. Every time Damien leaves, I just hear.
Wait, so does she know this, or is she finding this out right now?
I know. I told her about it.
You told her. Listen, when we met, I had the fox.
Well, because
that's good. They appreciate that shit, though. I mean, come on.
It takes, when you first start dating, there's that point of like. When you're comfortable with somebody, you can fart in front of them.
Yeah,
we're like beyond that now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I told her, I was like, for the first few months, I couldn't fart in front of you.
Dude, I was going out with my wife. I didn't shit in her house till like years.
I know why. I know why. And it's probably not because of the stink, because you haven't taken a goddamn shower afterwards. So I ain't buying all of that. It's not because of the shit. It's because of the you don't want to get in her shower afterwards.
True. So the Shreddies are probably perfect for somebody like that in that situation.
Yeah. I got gas tonight. Break out the Shreddies.
Hold on. Let me go put the Shreddies on.
Nah. Wow. Good story. So, Damon, would you buy them?
Well, not now. No, I wouldn't. But maybe 4 or 5 years ago, probably.
Listen, I got $25.
I'm going out on a date. Make sure you have your condiment Shreddies.
You got to think before you stink. All right. I have a feeling Mike's going to like the next one. Okay. A chork. It's a chopstick and a fork. I was a fan of the sport. I was a fan of the sport. I don't know about the chork.
That's the goofiest looking thing ever.
It's like big.
Oh God.
We don't even know what to make of this.
Why? Why do you need that? Like, if you have chopsticks, like, what do you need a fork and a spoon for?
Dude, when I use chopsticks, I cheat. I just stab the thing.
Yeah, right.
You know,
They have them on Amazon for $16.
Oh, that's cheap. They're $23.09. I found them. That's a deal.
You know, it's funny because when we went to Vegas, we went to this nice Japanese restaurant in our hotel, and they had chopsticks on the tables. So I didn't know how to use chopsticks. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure them out. I'm watching everybody. I'm not getting the hang of it. And she comes over. She's like, "Oh, you want a fork and knife?" I'm like, "No," because I was going to be the only idiot sitting there with a fork and knife. So by the time I left there, it took me longer than everybody to eat. But I figured these things out.
Yeah. It takes practice.
But having a fork and a spoon on the back of your chopsticks is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's Panda Express makes it. It looks weird, man. This looks really weird.
I'll tell you what, rice is tough. You got to
scoop it.
Tough.
You scoop it.
Right.
You're not trying to really pick up the rice.
Like rice is a little tough.
Yeah, you got to kind of like do it on the side, like it's.
It'll take you fucking 45 minutes to do a little thing of rice.
Yeah.
What about Miyagi? You got to work yourself up to that Miyagi level when you can catch that fly.
Wow. This moves us on to our last one. And this was quite an eye-opener. The Gwyneth Paltrow vagina scented candles. $75 and up. And she has perfume and all, I think.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that.
What's it smell like? Sunshine? I don't know. I don't know.
It's very vaginal.
I mean, I thought this was a joke when I thought it was a joke when it first came out.
I've seen it around. It is real. That's a lot of money, man. Oh no, here we go. They have it.
You found it cheaper?
Let me see. I found something. This smells like my nutsack. It's somebody selling it on Etsy for $18.
There you go.
So we can order one, and we'll make pizza cones, and we'll set the room with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Nah, man.
Well,
did somebody order the anchovy?
You know what's funny though?
Real?
How come she puts this out, Gwyneth Paltrow? But let me tell you, dude, if you put out this is the scent of my cock, you know there would be a lot of flack over it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think this is going too far though.
I can't believe it's real.
Yeah.
It's just
it's
just too much.
Regardless, man, $75 for a candle is like that's outrageous.
Crazy.
It should be like a giant size candle for that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You should actually get Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina for $75.
Listen, you get a fleshlight for like $89.99.
Stick that in your Paltrow.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, man. So
okay.
Anybody got the candle, let us know. We're curious. I would never buy it. Damo.
No.
If it was like $10 for the fun of it, I would buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean, it's just for Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, she really thinks high of herself. I don't know.
That was different. Another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. We'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Bye.